Okay, so today we are going to start our new chapter. The chapter name is Atom, Ions, and Compounds. And in this chapter, we are going to start with 2.1, that is atomic structure and isotope. Okay, so in this chapter, first definition is of atom. Now, what do you mean by atom? Atom is the smallest part of matter which has its own identity, and it may or may not exist independently. May or may not exist independently. For example, if I say exist independently, like iron, gold, silver, etc., and it can be not independently, like N2, F2, O2, etc. Okay. Now, in this
Yeah,
definition, atom is the smallest part of matter. Most of the time, if you ask somebody what is atom, they will say that atom is the smallest part of matter. But how you can say that atom is the smallest part of matter when atom consists of proton, neutron, and electron? Now, atom is the smallest part of matter. This is the first point, and this first point is defined by the point that it has its own identity and it may or may not exist independently. What do you mean by its own identity? So atom is the smallest part of matter which has its own identity, means atom is that group which can be recognized or which has its individual character. Okay, which can be recognized or
yeah,
which has, or it's a group which has individual character. Okay, and suppose there are simple electron is there, proton is there, so you can't differentiate between the electron, proton, and neutron of different elements. They are all similar. So that's why atom is that smallest part of matter which has its own identity, and this atom may or may not exist independently. Exist independently means sometimes atom exists independently without any, you can say, formation of any bond with any other thing. They are alone, but sometimes they are not alone. They are in some grouping, like that of the in the case of N2, F2, and O2. They, in these cases, they are with somebody. They are with someone, like N2. Two nitrogen are combined together, and we call these as a molecule. Okay, clear?
yeah.
First definition is clear. Any doubt?
No,
Then we have parts of atom. Parts of atom. Atom has two main parts. The first one is nuclear part, and the other one is extra nuclear part. Nuclear part contains proton, neutrons, protons and neutrons, and extra nuclear part contains electrons and shell. Okay.
yeah,
Now first we are going to study about the proton. Proton, these are positive charge particles. Charge particles present in the nucleus of the atom. Okay. Number of proton is fixed in an atom and it cannot be changed. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Second point is neutron. There is no charge on neutron. Mass of neutron is almost same that of proton. Fine. Third one is third point in this neutron. It is also present in nucleus. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Electron, negative charge particle present outside the nucleus in shell. Okay. Mass of electron is very less, approx 1847 times less than that of electron. So in an atom, number of proton is equal to number of electron. That's why there is no charge on atom. Clear?
Yeah.
And mass of atom is mainly because of mass of nucleus. Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt up to this point? No? Okay, just have a look at your book. Yeah, am I audible? Yes, am I audible?
Sir, your voice
Yeah.
is lagging.
Yeah, now it's clear. I think now it's clear. Is it clear now?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, is it clear?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that is what we have in this till now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we will study little bit further. Now proton, electron, and neutron. Fine. Then we have, okay. Okay. Now one more point is there for the case of electron. Electrons are present in shell. Fine. Protons are present in nucleus and electrons are present in shell. Got it? Clear? Protons are present in nucleus and electrons are present
Yeah.
in shell. Okay. Now we have term atomic number. Atomic number represented by A is the number of protons in an atom. For example, atomic number of oxygen is 8. It means 8 protons in oxygen atom. Is it clear? Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Okay. Hydrogen atomic number is 1. Sodium atomic number is 11. Helium atomic number is 2. Lithium 3. Then beryllium 4. Boron 5. Carbon 6. Nitrogen 7. Oxygen 8. Fluorine 9. Fluorine 9. Neon 10. Sodium 11. Magnesium 12. Aluminium 13, and so on.
Yeah.
Clear? So this is what atomic number. Now after atomic number, okay. Now special part about atomic number. It is fixed and cannot be changed. If changed means a new element is created. It is like the passport. For example, you have whatever the passport you are having, it will remain same. You can't change your passport now. In the same way, an element cannot change its atomic number. They will remain fixed. Fine. Now, suppose if I say
Okay.
element of sodium, sodium has 11 protons. So now sodium one proton is added to it. So it will not remain sodium. It will become magnesium. Clear? So atomic number will not change. It is a fixed quantity. For every atom, it is a fixed quantity.
Pictures and kar.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Ji. After this atomic number, we have mass number. Mass number represented by capital Z is the sum of number of protons and neutrons
So the
in
bigger
an
number.
atom. What beta?
The bigger number in the periodic table of element is the mass number.
Yes, mass number is important part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get you. What?
I'm saying that in the periodic table, the bigger number is the mass number.
Bigger number?
Like when there's two numbers in the element,
The
like one
second
is
number.
atomic.
Yeah, one is atomic number, the other one is the mass number. So mass number represented by Z is a sum number of protons plus neutrons. So Z is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Number of proton is equal to A plus N. So Z is equal to A plus N. So number of neutron is equal to atomic number minus number of neutron is equal to mass number minus atomic number.
Yeah.
The number of neutron is equal to mass number minus atomic number. This formula is important. Up to this point, is it clear? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
Yeah.
No?
No. No.
Okay. Now, representation of element. X, this is symbol of element A upon Z, where A is sorry, I made a mistake. This atomic number is Z. Okay, and this is A. Wait. The atomic number is wait, I did a mistake. Wait. And this mass number is A. There's a little bit mistake is there. Atomic number is this one. Okay. Slightly changed. Atomic number is represented by Z and mass number is represented by A. So A is equal to Z plus M. Is that clear? Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this is A by Z, where A is known as mass number and Z is known as atomic number. For example, carbon. Atomic number is 12. Mass number is 12 and atomic number is 6. Phosphorus, symbol is P. Mass number is 31 and atomic number is 15. Yes. Chlorine, 35, 17. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you see carbon, there are 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. Clear?
Yeah.
In phosphorus, we have 15 protons and 15 electrons, and neutron number is 31 minus 15, which is equal to 16 neutrons. Okay.
Okay.
In case of chlorine, 35, 17. Number of proton is equal to 17. Electron is equal to 17, and neutron will be equal to 35 minus 17. That will be equal to 18. Got it? Clear? Is that clear?
Yeah.
So in this way, we can find out number of electrons, protons, and neutrons. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now do one question. Find out number of proton, neutron and electron in calcium 40-20, bromine 80-35, iron, aluminium 27-13. Quickly do this one. Quickly do this. See. So first one is calcium.
So calcium, proton,
Mass,
and electron is
mass
yeah.
number is given 40
Eh.
and atomic number is 20. So proton is
20.
equal to
So proton and
20. Electron
20.
is equal to 20. And neutron will be equal to 40 minus 20 is equal to 20. So all are 20. Clear? In second, in case of bromine, 80 and 35. Proton is equal to 35.
So your voice is lagging.
Okay. Proton is 35. Electron is 35.
Yeah.
And neutron will be
And
equal to
neutron is 45.
80 minus 35. It will be 45. No. Yes.
Yeah.
It's 45. Okay. And for aluminium, proton 13
And the electron is
is equal to
13.
electron 13. It will
And
be
neutron is 14.
it's 14. Okay, finished? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving further. Okay, now proton finish, all these things are finished. Okay, fine. Now electrons are in shell. Here. Now how? Now question is how electrons are distributed in shell. Yeah, my voice is clear. How electrons are distributed in shell. This is known as electronic configuration. This distribution of electrons is known as electronic configuration. Okay. The first is the rule is 2n square. Now electrons are like this. This is nucleus. First shell, second shell, third, fourth. Okay, wait, I will write it clearly. Before this, leave it. Before this, there is one more thing out there. Then we have a term isotopes. Isotopes are the group of atoms which have same atomic number but mass number is different. Okay. For example, carbon 12 and carbon 14. In these two, in case of carbon 12, proton is equal to 6, electron is equal to 6, neutron is equal to 6. But in case of carbon 14, proton is equal to 6 is equal to electron and neutron is equal to 8. Clear? So isotopes differ in terms of neutron. Clear? Isotopes differs each other in terms of neutron. Got it? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then isotope, and then we have one more term isobars. Or we have different examples are there. Chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. And then we have hydrogen 1, hydrogen 2, 1, hydrogen 3, 1. Hydrogen, deuterium, tritium. So there are different isotopes are there. And the one more term is isobar.
Yeah.
These are the group of atoms which have same mass number but different atomic number. Their mass number is same, but the atomic number is different. For example, calcium 40, 20, argon 40, 18. Both are having same mass number but different atomic number. Clear?
Yeah.
Sorry, atomic number is different but mass number is same. So these are known as isobars. Is that clear? Any doubt in these two?
No.
So here your 2.1 is finished. Fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. This charge we have done, building of atom we have done. Proton relative charge is positive and negative one. All these things we have done. Atomic number,
Yeah.
the identity of element, we did all these things. Isotopes we did. Then representation of isotopes. Okay. Isotopes are represented using the chemical notation. Chemical notation are the following: mass number, nucleon number, 4. A is the number of protons. Yeah, that we have covered now. That representation of an atom. We already covered this thing. Isotope is O6, O8, 16, O17, 8, O18, 8. So in case of these three isotopes of oxygen, all are having proton same, electron same, but number of neutrons is different. That is 8, 9, and 10. Clear?
Yeah.
Now isotopes and chemical reaction. Different isotopes of the same element have same number of elements. Electrons, sorry. Different isotopes of same elements have same number of electrons. The number of neutrons also, the number of neutrons has no effect on the reaction of an element. So if the number of neutrons is changed, then there will be no, you can say, effect overall on the reaction or how a particular element is behaving. Clear?
Yeah.
This depends upon only upon the number of electrons. So they are also, there may be a small difference in the physical properties with high mass isotope of an element having the higher melting point, boiling point, and the density. The one which is having high mass will have high melting point, boiling point, and little bit differences there. Not each and everyone is a big differences there. Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now heavy water, H2D2O. If you remember this thing, hydrogen. Hydrogen is having these three isotopes. This H1, H21, and H31. This is hydrogen represented as H. This is deuterium represented as D, and it is tritium represented as T. This T is radioactive. Radioactive. And this D is used in nuclear power plant. Is used in nuclear power plant. And hydrogen, we all know that is a combustible gas. Clear? Okay. Now this heavy water. Now, if you see water is H2O, water is made up of H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. But sometimes what happens, deuterium also reacts with water and forms D2O, deuterium oxide. And this deuterium oxide is little bit heavier than that of the water, and hence the properties of D2O is little bit different than that of the normal water. And because of this reason only, it is used in nuclear power plant as a coolant. Okay. It is used in the nuclear power plant as a coolant, D2O. Any
Okay.
doubt in this case? All clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tritium is the third isotope of water containing two iron neutrons in the nucleus, and the tritium forms an oxide is known as super heavy water. So tritium, that is T, that is H31, when it reacts with water, it forms oxide, and this tritium oxide is considered to be the super heavy water. Fine, and it is radioactive in nature. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Now coming to back this slide. Back to the slide. Okay, isotope is clear. Then we have electrons. Electron distribution in an atom. Now suppose if I say sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11, number of proton is 11, and number of electron is 11. These protons are in the nucleus. But what about electrons? If you see electrons, the shell gap is increasing again and again. Clear? You can clearly see. This is KLMNOP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it can go up to infinity. This gap is increasing. Okay. Now sodium is having 11 electrons. Now we need to distribute these 11 electrons in these shells. And the process of distribution of electrons in shell is known as electronic configuration. Clear? For this, we have two rules. The first rule is how you will get maximum number of electrons in a shell, which is 2n square rule. That is 2n square, where n can go from 1 to infinity. Like if n is equal to 1, maximum number of electrons can be 2, 1 square.
Can you repeat what you said?
Okay. To get the maximum number of electrons in a shell, we have a formula that is 2n square, where n is equal to 1 to infinity. N can be equal to 1 to infinity. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if suppose n is equal to 1, then number of electrons will be equal to 2 into 1 square, it will be 2. If n is equal to 2, then it will be equal to 2 into 2 square, 8. If n is equal to 3, maximum number of electrons will be equal to 2. 3 square will be 19. Sorry, 2 into 4 square, 16, 32. This is not 19, this is 18 only. 39, 92, 18. These things are clear or not, Manya?
Yeah.
Manya? Yeah.
Clear.
All are clear? Suppose if n is equal to 5, then Number of electrons will be equal to 2. 5 square will be equal to 50. These numbers are known as magic numbers. Okay. And second rule is that in the outermost shell, more than 8 electrons are not valid. More than 8 electrons are not valid. And extra electron will move to next shell. Clear?
Yeah.
Now see. Suppose sodium. Atomic number is 11. Means number of electrons are 11. So how you are going to distribute electrons? First shell can contain 2 electrons. 2. Second shell can contain 8 electrons. See. 2, 8, 18, 32. 2 over 8, 10. How many electrons left? 1. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm again telling you. Suppose if it is magnesium, atomic number is 12, 12 electrons. So it will be 2, 8, 2. Clear? Suppose it is
Yeah.
nitrogen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. So what will the electronic configuration of nitrogen? 2, 5.
Yeah.
You can see, you can add up these two. 2 into 5, 7. 2 plus 5, 7. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 8, 12. This is 11. Fine. So in this way, you can find out this. Clear? Any doubt up to this point? Suppose
No.
argon. Argon atomic number is 18. So this will be equal to 2 into, sorry, not into. Argon atomic number is 18. The number of electrons is 18. So it will be 2, 8, 8. Clear? Is that clear? Any doubt?
Yeah. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, now see the second rule. Suppose we have potassium. Atomic number is 19. It should be 2, 8, 9 because in the third shell we can keep maximum 18 electrons. But here we are having 9. But second rule states that if there are more than 8 electrons in the outermost shell, then the extra electrons will be transferred to the next shell. Clear? Remember this rule?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
outermost shell,
Yeah.
if there are more than 8 electrons, then are not valid, and the extra electron will be moved to next shell. Now, in this case,
Yeah.
there is only one extra electron. It can be 8, but not 9. Fine. So we
Yeah.
have to make it as a 8, 1. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now suppose we have calcium. Atomic number is 20 electrons. So how you are going to write the electronic configuration of this for calcium? How you are
It's
going
going to be 2,
2.
then 8,
Very good.
then 8,
Yes.
and then 2.
Very good. 2, 8, 8, 2. That will be the electronic configuration of calcium. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Any doubt
Yeah.
in this? No?
No.
Okay. Now see. This is the outermost shell, outermost shell, outermost shell, outermost shell, outermost shell. Clear?
Yeah.
This outermost shell is known as valence shell. It is the outermost shell of an atom. Clear? Valence shell
Yeah.
is the outermost shell of an atom, and electrons present in it are known as valence electrons. Clear?
Yeah.
So in case of sodium, valence electron is 1. In case of magnesium, valence electron is 2. In case of nitrogen, valence electron is 5. Now remember two things. If valence electron is 1, 2, or 3, then that atom is a metal. If valence electron is 5 or 8, 6, 5, 7, 8. If valence electron is 5 to 7, then it is a non-metal. Clear?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, then it is a non-metal. Fine?
Yeah.
Any doubt up to this point?
No, no.
I think that will be sufficient for today. Or you want to extra?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay.
Okay. And
Mm.
wait, if you see your
For
book,
today.
yes, yes. Yeah, we have finished this thing, 2.1. Okay. So in our next class, we will try to finish this
Yeah.
2.2 and other one. Got it? So do one thing. Just try
Okay.
to do these
Yeah.
questions. Now, question number 1. State the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in the following isotope. So you can easily do this one. Iron mixture contains 4 types of
Yeah.
isotopes. State how these isotopes differ. So these isotopes are differ in their mass numbers. One is 54, 56, 52, 58. So all are having different neutrons. Okay. See difference in the
Yeah.
isotopes. The difference in the isotope is the number of neutrons and number of neutrons only. Then third and fourth. So you have to do all these 5 questions. All are easy ones, so you can easily do it. Here. Any
Yeah.
doubt? Anything? So that is all for today. Do these 5 questions and then see you next class.